Hello and welcome to Yoga with Maria. Good morning. I hope you're well. Buongiorno for all the Italians out there. So just hope you're well. Make sure you've got a nice clear space, as clear a space as is physically possible wherever you're working this morning. Also, if you do have any injuries, to be really mindful of those. As always, I will encourage you to listen to your body. If an instruction that I give you doesn't feel right, doesn't feel comfortable in your body, or is aggravating a particular injury, then just stop. Come back into cross-legged or child pose or mountain pose, which I'll show you in a little while if you don't already know it. So always pull back as opposed to try to push beyond your limits or what feels comfortable today. Always tune in, listen to yourself. So let's begin by bringing ourselves into a nice, comfortable, seated position. Doesn't have to be cross-legged. You can have your legs out in front of you if you like. And just close your eyes. And let's just spend a few minutes just focusing in on ourselves, letting go of any worries of later or yesterday. So just wherever you are, allow the eyes just to close gently. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the neck, and allow the shoulders to drop. Bring your focus into your breathing, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And we'll do a little body scan this morning. So as we're going through the body, just check in, notice if anything feels particularly achy or stiff, and just give it an extra bit of attention as we go through. Just taking that breath and awareness down to the tips of your toes, the soles of your feet, your heels, into your ankles, and your legs, knees. Trace that breath and awareness into the tops of your legs, into your hips, your lower belly, round into the bottom of your back, and trace that breath and awareness into the middle of your back, round into the center of your belly, up into your chest, and around into the top of your back, your shoulders, arms, down into your elbows, your forearms, wrists, hands, fingers, thumbs. And trace that awareness back up your arms into your throat, round into your neck, the back of the head, top of your head, forehead, eyes, your nose, mouth, tongue, your jaw. Trace that awareness into your temples, into the top of your head and out. And let's together inhale, take our arms up towards the ceiling, bring the palms together, exhale, let them come down towards your heart center. And again, inhaling the arms up, bringing the palms together, exhale, let them come down towards your heart center. And one more time, inhaling, arms up, palms together, exhale, let them rest at your heart center. And we'll begin our class on an Om. Inhaling through the nose. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Enjoy your practice this morning. Let's just bring one hand on our chest and one on our belly. And if you like, you can go back to closing your eyes, if that helps. And we're just going to bring, again, that focus on the breath. And what we're going to try to do is center it right down into this hand that's on your belly. So again, just allow those shoulders to drop. And focus that breath coming in and out through the nose. Nice and gently inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. And just seeing if you can feel that hand on your belly rising on the in-breath and just going back in towards your spine on the out-breath. Nice and gentle. The movement doesn't have to be big. Just about noticing if you can feel that hand moving where your belly is. If you notice that you're feeling your chest move quite a lot and with the hand on your chest, maybe just give your chest a little bit of pressure with that hand. And see if you can drive that breath away from the chest and down into this lower belly. Feeling your breath becoming lighter and softer. See if you can make the breath quieter so you can barely hear it. And just know that at any point during your practice, if you're struggling with a particular move or you go off balance, just remember you can come back to this subtle breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Great. Then you can open your eyes, release the hands. Let's just bring some movement into the shoulders. So you're inhaling, bringing the shoulders up, and then exhale, taking them back. Nice. So you're just really feeling that nice rotation in the shoulders. And then just taking them in the opposite direction. So inhaling, bringing them up. And then exhale, letting them drop forward. Yeah, nice. And then let's just take the shoulders all the way up to the ears. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze in. And then just let them drop. And again, really squeeze them right up. A little bit more. And then release. Feels good. And then again, squeeze them and release. And just give them a little freestyle shake. Yeah. And then let's just take the arms out to the side. So we're trying to keep the shoulders down away from the ears. We're lengthening the arms. Let's take the fingertips towards the ceiling and then point them towards the floor. So start to warm up those wrists. Keeping the arms nice and long. And then you do some little rotations with the wrists. And then in the opposite direction. And then let's just take the arms all the way up. And then down. And all the way up. And down. Keeping them nice and long. All the way up. And down. And all the way up. And this time let's bring them down towards the front. And let's just do the same little action. So bringing the fingertips towards the ceiling and then towards the floor. Keeping the shoulders down so you're really firing up in the arms. And again, a few little rotations in one direction and then in the other. Great, and then just give those arms a whole little shake. Yeah. This little freestyle, just taking one arm over your head and then just give it a little stretch over the back. And you can just stay there, or if you want to take the other hand behind, see if you can reach the fingers. Great. And then just releasing that and taking it on the other side. And again, you can just stay here, or if you want to try and reach that hand to open up the shoulders more. Right, and let's just bring ourselves onto our backs. We're just going to get into our legs a little bit. So just lengthening the legs and then bringing one knee in towards the chest, opening it out to the side and then lengthen it. So you just hip rotations, bringing the knee into the chest, opening it out and then lengthening. And squeeze the bum cheek of the leg that's long. You're keeping it active. And then change over for the other side. So bringing the other knee into the chest, opening it to the side and then lengthening. Great. And then we're just going to do a bit of leg freestyle. So using the palms of the hands on the floor, you can maybe do some little leg kicks or some little bicycle legs, or maybe you just want to keep with the hip rotations and maybe you want to do one leg at a time. It's kind of up to you really, but just keep the legs moving. Allow them to explore that space around you. So you're really starting to engage the core muscles, those belly muscles. Maybe you want to throw your legs back behind you. Just have a nice little play around. Maybe you want to do both legs at the same time. It makes the belly work a little bit harder. And then just bring that to a stillness, and let's just do a few little rock and rolls up and down the spine. So just kind of rocking back and forth. Just nice and gently massaging the spine. And then if you can, just see if you can bring yourself into kind of a little squat. And then take yourself into your tabletop position. So just putting your hands underneath your shoulders. Just check your knees at a hip width distance apart. Spread the fingers. Inhale, take the gaze towards the ceiling. And then exhale, tuck that chin in towards the chest. Now just do a few of these little cat-cow movements. If you want, you can start to free it up. It's all about the freestyle today. So you can sit back on your heels, swim through those elbows, take a little look at your tailbone. Just generally have a good time with your disco cat. And then bringing that to a stillness, spreading those fingers, pressing the tops of the feet into the floor. We're just going to lift the knees off the floor. bringing that belly button in towards the spine. Squeeze the glutes. Make sure you're breathing. Really good. And then release. Tuck in the toes and just hang nice and heavy in your ragdoll. So allowing the head to be heavy. Just going to take the top off. Bend the knees. Yeah. Just give the head a little shake. Great. And then let's just stack ourselves up to standing. So you're bringing yourself up through the spine, but you're allowing the head to be heavy. And that's going to be the last thing that comes on top. Just enjoy that moment of alignment. And then have a little massage through those ankles and through the toes. Maybe do a few little circles with the ankles, or press the tops of the foot into the floor. And just make your way to the front of your mat, or just make sure you've got enough space behind you for our sun salutations. And then just settle yourself into your mountain pose. So you're bringing the toes together and then letting the heels come apart slightly. Little micro bend in the knees if you need. Really squeeze these glutes. Press the belly in towards the spine. Chest open, shoulders back. The neck nice and long, palms open. And you can smile. This is your mountain pose. You can come back to at any point if you need to. Nice and strong, nice and stable. Beautiful. Now let's together inhale, take our arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands on the floor, shoulder width apart, and let's just step back into our plank. And let's just take a moment here because I want to just go through one of these moves. So if you want to just sit back on your heels and just take a look, or you can do it at the same time, it's totally fine. What I want to just look at before we continue is the plank position, either like this or with the knees, and how we then get our chest towards the floor. A tendency is for people to put the elbows out like this, if they're doing like a traditional press up. But what I'm trying to encourage is the elbows to come in the other direction, so to come along, so as if they're going towards your feet behind you. So have a little practice, and you can do that with your knees on the floor, so you don't put too much strain on it straight away. What we're thinking about is trying to bring the elbows, that back of the elbow, facing the fingers. So as you bend, your arms stay in contact with the body. They kind of brush the sides of the body before you come up for your up dog. So if you're never used to doing that, it can feel a little bit weird, which is why I always encourage to put the knees down if you need to. So just have a little practice. Spread those fingers, and you can do it either with the knees off or the knees down, keeping the elbows as if they're going back towards your feet. Nice. And then you can come up for your up dog. And you don't always have to go so deep in that pose. You don't always have to go all the way down, especially if we're doing 3 or 4 sun salutations. You can keep them quite shallow. You can just do a little dip before you come up. So don't feel like every time you have to do a really big dip, especially if your arms are starting to ache. But anyway, from here, so you're nice in your up dog, let's tuck the toes and then exhale into a downward dog. Nice, enjoy lengthening those arms, spread those fingers, looking at your feet. Just check that those heels are pressing towards the floor, hip width distance apart. Nice. Let's inhale, take the gaze towards the hands, step the feet as close to the hands as you can, halfway lift, nose to knee. Inhale, bringing the hands all the way up to the ceiling. And then exhale, release. Let's just reset ourselves up in our mountain pose, toes touching, heels slightly apart. Just regain that breath. Let's inhale, take the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, spread the fingers. Step or jump back into your plank. Bring that weight slightly forward over the wrists. Take the knees down if you need to. Let's do that move. Take the chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Beautiful. Exhale, down dog. Again, don't be afraid to move the feet if they don't feel right. Ideally, we're looking for hip width distance apart. But you can have a little explore by bringing the feet closer to your hands or taking them further away. Squeeze those glutes. Great. Inhale, take the gaze towards the hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. And then exhale, release. Let's go straight in for another one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step or jump back into your plank. Weight over the wrists, knees down if you need. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes. Exhale, down dog. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. See if you can make that breath a little bit lighter, just for a moment. Gaze towards your belly button, squeezing the glutes, the bum muscles. Inhaling, taking your gaze towards your hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. And then exhale, release. Same thing, mountain pose, toes touching, heels slightly apart. We'll do sun salutation B. This time we're going to inhale, exhale, bend. Inhale, chair pose. Lengthen the arms, shoulders down, knees together, squeeze the glutes. And then let's do nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back into your plank. Knees down if you need to, chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Really nice. Inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes, exhale, down dog. Let's step through with the right foot, warrior one. Really pivoting these hips round as much as you can towards that right leg. Nice 90-degree bend, really good. Arms up, shoulders down. Really nice. Let's open into warrior two. Gaze towards the right fingertips. Really good. Let's reverse the warrior. So you're just taking that right arm over the head, gaze towards the right forearm. And then let's cartwheel the arms round, back down to the mat, stepping back into your plank. Again, take those knees down if you need, keep the elbows tucked in. Just towards the floor, chin towards the floor, inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes, exhale, down dog. And then let's step through with the left foot. Warrior one. Again, bringing these hips, drawing them round towards that left knee, nice 90-degree bend. Pressing that right foot into the floor, arms up. Bringing this belly in towards the spine. Open into warrior two. Great. Bringing those shoulders down. Just a little bit more of a bend in that knee if you need to, if you come up a little bit. Gaze towards the left fingertips. Great. And then reverse your warrior. Taking that gaze towards the left forearm. And then cartwheeling the arms round and down. Stepping back. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes and then exhale for your down dog. Just enjoy that final downward dog, spreading those toes, pressing the heels, squeezing the glutes. Inhaling, taking your gaze towards your hands, step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, chair pose. Knees together, squeeze the glutes, lengthen the arms. Beautiful, coming all the way up. Nice. Let's do a forward fold. So we're gonna have a nice, we're gonna bring our feet hip width distance this time. I'm just going to bend over. So we're going to keep the legs nice and bent to start with, and the body on those legs. You're going to take the first finger, second finger, and just hook your big toes. Open those wrists, so try not to bring the wrists together, but you're opening and rounding these arms. Then you're letting the head relax. So just where you are, give that head a little nod. Give it a little shake, maybe just draw a little circle on the floor. And then from here, keeping that contact with your chest and your belly on your legs. Just with each out breath, see if you can lengthen those legs. Begin to straighten them up. If you start to lose contact with your body, just bend the knees again and start again. Just taking your time. Releasing the grip on the toes. Let's bring the palms of the hand underneath the soles of the feet. Same thing, keeping that contact with the body on the legs. And with each out breath, just see if you can lengthen those legs just a fraction. Releasing the hands from the feet. Give the head a little nod again. Make sure you're not holding any tension in it. Bend the knees and bring yourself up through your spine, curving it, stacking it up, and allowing the head to be the last thing. And again, just enjoy that moment of nice alignment. Great. Bring yourself into your mountain pose. Toes touching, heels slightly apart. We'll do a nice balance, do a tree pose. So I'll mirror you. So bringing that right foot up. Now don't worry if your balance isn't your friend this morning. You can either keep your toe just on the floor, or you can put it on the lower leg, or bring it right up towards the top. Just don't put it on your knee. Finding your hands towards your heart center. Squeeze this bum cheek of that standing leg, so you're really strong. Nice. Allow the shoulders to drop. And then if you want, from here you can take the arms up and open. Allow those shoulders to drop down away from the ears, but you're lengthening the arms. And if you want, you can take your gaze to the ceiling, or you can close your eyes for a moment and enjoy that feeling of swaying, or indeed going completely off balance. And that's okay. Keeping those shoulders down. Inhaling. And then exhale, release. Great. And let's try on the other side. And don't be too worried if this side isn't any better. So again, just finding that position above or below the knee. Squeezing that glute, that bum cheek. Bringing the palms in towards the chest. Finding that balance. And let's take the arms up and open. Allow those shoulders again to drop. And then if you want to take now your gaze to the ceiling or close your eyes. And again, just enjoy that feeling of going off balance or swaying. Keeping that breath flowing in and out through the nose. Inhaling. And then exhale, release. Great. Let's do a nice Trikonasana, some sort of side stretch. So just bringing a nice wide stance. I'll mirror you, taking the right toes at 12 o'clock and the left toes coming in, the hips lengthways along your mat and the bum tucking underneath. Nice. Arms nice and long, gaze towards the right fingertips. And then reach towards that right side, reach, and then extend. Keeping both legs straight, nice. Taking that gaze towards the left fingertips. Making sure your arm isn't falling behind you, that it's nice straight on top of that shoulder. Great. Inhaling, coming up. And then let's just flip the toes around. We'll take it on the other side again. Just make your corrections with your hips. Lengthways. Tuck the bum underneath the torso. Arms nice and long. Gaze towards the left fingertips. And then reach towards that left side. Reach. And then open. Again, gaze towards the right fingertips. Just check your arm isn't going behind you, but it's stacking on top. And breathing, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Great. Inhaling, coming up. Great. We'll take a nice little twist one with that. So I'll do it with you. Let's bring the right leg up and the left leg going behind you. Just check that left ankle isn't twisting, that it's nice and straight. If you need to put a cushion under your knee, then you can do that. And we're going to take the left arm up and over that right leg. Squeeze it over, bring the palms together, bring them in towards the chest, and you can stay here. Or if you want, you can tuck the toes of that left foot and lengthen into a low lunge. And if you can, take the gaze towards the ceiling. And breathe. And then whichever position you're in, let's fire up in that right leg. And then cartwheel the arms up and over and bring yourself around to the other side. Yeah. So bringing that left leg up, and then again just check that the right leg is nice and straight. The ankle is in a nice straight line and not going a bit squiffy. Bringing that right arm up and over. Again, bring those palms together. Yeah. Into the chest, gaze towards the ceiling. And if you want to tuck the toes of that left foot and then lengthen it, the right foot rather. Taking the gaze towards the ceiling. And again, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And then whichever position you're in, firing up in that left leg. And again, cartwheeling the arms around to bring yourself to standing. And then let's just close it off. So we'll do a little eagle pose. So just bring yourself into your mountain pose again, toes touching. Open the arms, I'll mirror you. So let's take the right arm under the left and then the right leg up and over. I'll just show you from the side. I'm going to wrap that leg around as many times as you can. If you're noticing you're leaning forward, just see if you can sit that back up so the spine's nice and straight. Bring the shoulders down. Squeeze those legs together. Find that nice, subtle breath. Really lovely. Bringing yourself up and release, and let's take it on the other side. Great balancing. Opening those arms, left arm underneath the right, and the left leg coming up and over. And again, if you find yourself leaning forward, just see if you can sit it back up. Dropping the shoulders, so you're really pushing the shoulders away from the ears. Squeezing the legs. Making sure you're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Really good. And then just releasing, coming up. Just letting the arms flop a little bit. Really good. Let's take a nice wide stance. Let's bring the toes kind of coming in towards each other. Hands on the hips. Just check that your bum isn't sticking out. Coming underneath. Lengthening the arms and then reaching forward. So instead of looking at the camera, see if you can lengthen that neck. So your gaze is towards the floor. Squeeze those bum cheeks, the glutes. And then release it down. Allow that head to be heavy. Bend the knees if you need to, so you don't strain the backs of the legs. And then just taking the hands behind you, see if you can interlace your fingers. Lengthen the arms and just allow them then to hang over. If you can really bring those palms together, see if you can do that. And if you want, with each out breath, just see if you can lengthen a little bit the legs. Releasing the hands. Let's take the left hand towards the right foot. And then let's take the right arm up and the gaze towards that right arm. And then changing to the other side, so bringing your right hand to your left foot, extending the left arm up towards the ceiling and taking the gaze towards that left arm. And then releasing, and from here just bringing yourself into a squat position. So just, bringing those feet in a little bit. If you find that you can't get your heels on the floor, don't worry, we're not going to stay here for long. Pushing those arms out and opening that chest. Great. And then from here, bringing the hands down to help support, just taking one leg out long. And you're just going to take your weight over from one side to the other. And just enjoy that lengthening of the leg and the stretch that you get. You've got a few choices. You can keep the heel up, or you can take the heel down. It just changes the stretch slightly. And you can keep using the hands as support, or if you want, you can take it up and over. So again, if you start feeling a little bit of strain on the knees, just stop for a moment, use the hands as a support. Really nice. And just a few more. Bringing yourself back into that squat. We're just going to let the head hang. And then you're going to roll yourself up again through that spine to a standing position again. Great. Just give yourself a moment. Again, enjoy that alignment. And then we'll just do a few nice little loosey arm swings. So we're just going to take the arm backwards, nice bent knees, hip width distance. You're just going to rotate the arm behind you. You can start off slow, and then you can build up some momentum. So your arm is kind of just free swinging. And if you want, you could really speed that up. Or keeping them slow, whichever works. And then just letting it come to sort of a natural stop, little swing. Yeah. Maybe compare the hands. You usually find that one's longer than the other after that. And then let's just take it on the other side to match them up. So just nice, slow rotations to begin with the left arm. And again, you can just build that momentum up, keeping the knees nice and free. Then you can really speed that up or keep it slow. And again, just letting it come to a little natural stop. Nice little pendulum swing. I'm going to have a little play around with both arms. So you can watch first, but don't worry if the pattern isn't quite the same. We're just going to bring both arms up, forward, allow the whole body to swing, and then you're bringing the arms backwards, forwards, bending the knees. But don't worry if the sequence isn't quite the same. The idea is that you just allow those arms to flop forward and flop backwards, almost like a pendulum. You're bending the legs and just enjoying that swinging motion. Allowing that breath to flow in and out through the nose. And just enjoy that swinging. And then just one more. And then just allow yourself to be nice and still. Just enjoy that blood flowing all the way through your body. Really nice. Let's bring yourself to the front of your mat. We'll do a little vinyasa to get ourselves to the floor. Toes touching, heels slightly apart. Your mountain pose. Let's inhale, take the arms up, little mini back bend. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back into your plank. Weight slightly forward, squeeze the glutes. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Let's do a little three-legged dog. So bringing the right leg up. And let's bring that knee in towards the nose and back up. Knee towards the right elbow and back up. Knee towards the left elbow and back up. Lengthening that right leg. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then if you want to stack one hip on top of another, you can open that hip. And then bring that knee down, that foot down. Let's extend the left leg up, three-legged dog on the left side. And let's bring that knee towards the nose, and then extend back. Knee towards the left elbow, and then extend back. Knee towards the right elbow, and extend back. Lengthen, lengthen. And then if you want to stack one hip on top of the other, open that hip. And then bringing that leg down. Just take your gaze towards your hands. Do a little bunny hop towards your feet. Great. And then let's just take our legs nice and wide. Bringing that left knee in towards the chest, but don't worry if it's on the other side. Taking that right hand on that left leg, and we're just going to open it out to the side. And stretching and opening that chest towards the ceiling. If you can grab your toe, then you can use that as an anchor, but don't worry if you're nowhere near there. If you're right up here, that's fine. Just enjoy opening that chest, stretching into that side, using that grip on the ankle as a bit of an anchor. Great, and then just swapping for the other side. So bringing that right knee in, lengthening the left leg, and then taking the grip with the left hand on the right ankle, and again opening out to the side, but you'll open that chest as if towards the ceiling, wherever that is. If you need to bring this foot out a little bit, you can. And breathing into that side. Really nice. And then just bring yourself up. Let's do a little staff pose. Let's do the legs out in front. Do a seated mountain pose. Let's lengthen that spine, lengthen the neck. Squeeze the bum muscles, the glutes for a second. Check they're still working. Allow the shoulders to drop. Let's really activate these legs. So let's take the knees towards the floor. Lift the heels up if you can. Point those toes towards the ceiling. Let's lengthen the arms up and then reach forward, wherever that is. So maybe for you it's only here. That's fine. Lengthen that spine. Really work these legs. So you really press the knees into the floor, lift the heels up. And then relax over. Let's just use gravity as our friend. Allow the spine to curve and the head to hang heavy. And have a little play around with engaging the legs. So have them relax to start with. And then press the knees into the floor. Bring the heels up. Squeeze the glutes. And then relax everything. And again, let's squeeze the glutes, press the knees into the floor, lift the heels up, press the toes towards the ceiling. And release. And we're going to go again, so we're really working hard, pressing the knees into the floor, lift the heels up, press the toes towards the ceiling, engage those glutes, so you're really working the legs. And then release them and relax as much as you can. And breathing into any tightness. Great. Bring yourself up. Let's do a nice little knee stack. So I'm going to mirror you. So you've got a few choices. Ideally, what we're looking for is trying to get our right knee on top of our left. You're kind of trying to stack it on top of the other. Now don't worry if you can't get this particular movement, even if your leg's only up here, that's completely fine. So it's the right leg on top of the left, wherever that is. And from here, whatever position you're in, you're just going to lean forward into that. So you should start to feel it on that right leg. Using these hands as a support, but you're just going to use gravity to breathe in and assist in loosening up that leg. If you're feeling any pinching or anything on your knees, just release that. Perhaps just sit in a cross-legged position. Don't allow any strain or pressure to build upon those knees if you're feeling it. And keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Slowly sitting yourself up. Let's take the right hand behind us, and then the left arm's going to come up and over, just for a little twist. So you're twisting around to the right side. You'll inhale, lengthening the spine, and then exhale, just a gentle twist. Try not to lean too heavily on that right hand. Use that core muscle, so you're lengthening in the spine, lengthening in the neck. The hand behind you is just there as a little bit of support. Great. Release that. Let's change for the other side. So you're stacking the left on the right. And again, if this is really like not working for you, you can just do cross-legged, taking the left leg in front of the right. And then we're just allowing ourselves to go over. Yeah. Just enjoy that stretch in the back of the leg. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And breathing into any tightness. Great. Just bringing yourself up. Let's take that twist. Let's take the left hand behind and the right hand coming up and over. This time we're twisting towards the left. Again, inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, twist. Again, try not to lean too heavily on that left hand behind you, but use that spine. Press that belly in towards the spine as well. And then releasing. Let's take ourselves onto our back, into a little semi-supine, as they call it. So taking your feet on the floor, your knees pointing towards the ceiling, your palms flat against the floor, and your neck nice and long, your chin tucking in towards the chest. Just going to do a bridge. So taking those hips up off the floor, raising them towards the ceiling. Press the feet into the floor, keep the chin tucked, and then let's squeeze that belly towards the spine. Really squeeze the bum muscles, those glutes. And then slowly taking the hips down, vertebra by vertebra. And then we're going to go again, raising the hips up. Pressing the feet into the floor, lengthen that neck, tuck the chin in towards the chest. This time, if you want to take your hands underneath your hips, you can. Or if you want to clasp the hands underneath. releasing the hands, and then again just slowly taking that spine down. If you've got a choice, you can do the same thing again, just do your bridge, taking your hips up. Or if you want to do wheel, if wheel is in your practice, taking your hands at the side of your head and lifting yourself up. All going back into your bridge. And then slowly coming down, bringing the knees in towards the chest, just giving yourself a little rock. Little circles with the lower back. And then let's just squeeze everything. So make yourself into a really tight little ball. Chin tucked in towards the knees, clasping the elbows. Squeezing everything. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release. And allow yourself to completely relax into your Shavasana, or your corpse pose, and just allow your whole body to be supported by the floor. Let the shoulders go, the head, the hips. And just enjoy letting everything go. And I'm going to read a little poem this morning that I wrote earlier. Life is love. Life is breath. Life is a discovery, so do your best to live in the moment, to live for now. To look all around you and smile for the time, to be here, to be you, to love yourself through and through. For you are strong, you are beautiful, you are wonderful, loving you. And when you're ready, just start to bring some awareness back into your body. Just giving the fingers and the toes a little wriggle. And then just taking your hands above your head, give yourself a little stretch. And then just slowly take yourself over to one side and bring yourself into a comfortable seated position, just keeping your eyes closed. And let's together inhale, take our hands up towards the ceiling, bring the palms together, exhale, bring them down towards the heart center. And again, inhaling the arms up. Arms together, exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And one more time, inhaling. Palms together, exhale, let them rest at your heart center. And we'll close our class on 3 Oms, followed by Shanti. You can join in or just listen to the mantra. Inhaling through the nose. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you. Grazie. Thank you for a lovely session. If you are able to donate for the class this morning, you can do that via the website, www.yogawithmariagray.com. Thank you for the continued donations, really helping keeping the class going. So thank you. In the meantime, have a lovely weekend. We do have classes as normal for the next few weeks, but we will send a little timetable out either tomorrow or Monday. Have a lovely weekend. Take care. Namaste.